Welcome back guys, my name is Aswin and you are watching Aswin Tech Mind. Today in this video we are going to build a video call app using Angular and PeerJs. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So first of all, let me show you the demo of it. We have this application and let me click on open your camera and it will ask the permissions like use your camera or use your microphone. So I'm going to click on allow on every visit. So let's click on it. And now I have given all the permissions that are required for a video call, right? So now I'm going to join the same meeting using my mobile so that you will have two users simultaneously. So for that, I need to share the peer ID of my mobile to my laptop. So let me just do this. I will copy the invite code of my mobile and I will pass that code here in this particular text box. So basically this is the pair ID of my mobile. So I will copy. So let me just copy this and let's go to the Chrome and I'm going to paste the pair ID of my mobile over here. Let's click on open your camera in both the devices and let's click on call. And now I am able to see both the users. So let me just place my mobile. So you can see the quality difference between these two. The first one is my laptop webcam and second one is my mobile. So this is how it works. Similarly, in my mobile, I am able to see the laptop webcam user and the current user. So this is how it works. And if I'm closing this meeting with my mobile, let's see what happens. And I have closed the meeting from my mobile. So I'm seeing the blank screen over here. So this is how it works. Let's start and build this application. So let me demonstrate you how PeerJS actually works. So as I tell you, when we create the instance of peer class, a unique peer ID will be generated and will be assigned to a specific user. So whenever computer A is reloading his page, he will get his unique ID, and whenever computer B is reloading his page, he will also get his unique ID, which can be used further to connect with each other. So what actually happened when they get their unique ID, computer A needs to call this particular call method using the pair instance, which takes two parameters. First thing, the remote user ID, which we will get from computer B, and the second thing is current user media stream. Now, what is current user media stream? It will be the combination of video and audio of the current user. So we can fetch this particular thing from the Navigator API, and you can also refer to developer.mozilla, so you can get more about navigation APIs. So we are just calling the call method and passing remote user ID and current user media stream. After that, call event will be triggered. As you can see, the call event will be triggered and the computer B will receive the call event and answer the call by this particular method. So it's quite simple. Computer A is emitting this particular call event and computer B is listening for this call event and answering the call by call.answer method, and it is taking computer A media stream as a parameter which will be sent by computer A. So after that, when the call is answered by computer B, stream event is automatically triggered, because whenever a call is answered by some peer, the stream event is triggered. Now just ignore these kind of spelling mistake, but whenever computer B answer this call, this particular event is triggered, right? And computer B video is sent and computer A will have to receive on this as a stream. So when computer A will receive this as a stream, both the users can see each other videos. So let's go back to the coding side. So before starting this video guys, I would like to tell you, it's not like other tutorials. I already have written the code for this, and we are going to explain each and every line of code to you. So let's get started. So first of all, let me tell you what are the libraries that we are using in this video call application. First thing is Angular framework, and second thing is PeerJS. Both are based on JS and TypeScript, so it might be complicated for you as a beginner to learn. But let me go to Chrome browser and let me type PeerJS. So PeerJS is basically based on JavaScript, and it's a simple library that we can use to build video calling applications and any other kind of application that require communication. Or we can also say that we can use this library for real-time communication. So if we want to build chat app also, we can use this library. This is the documentation. Let's go to the get started section and you can read this whole documentation. Uh, Truly saying, this is not beginner friendly, I think. So if you are a truly beginner, it may be tough for you to understand the concept from this documentation, but don't worry, I'm going to explain each thing in this video. Go back to PHP Storm and let me run the command ngserve so that we can run our server. Now go back to Chrome and reload the page. So this is the basically a simple page that I have built using Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is the CSS framework. So whenever we reload the page, you can just see the peer id is generated by PeerJS. Each time it will generate a unique id which can be used to connect with any other user remotely. So this particular id will be unique for each user, which can be used to connect with each any kind of users that you want to connect with. So let's go to the code and let's see one by one. So this is basically the main file index.html. So the first step to include the PeerJS is to include the CDN. As you can see in the documentation also, you just need to copy the CDN and place in the index.html file, which is the main single page application file for our Angular app. Just place it in the head tag also. You can also place it in the body tag, but I would suggest to place this in head tag. Now let's go to the app component, so let's go to app component.html, which will be the view file for us. So this is the view file. So let me explain each and every button functionality here. So first we have a copy invite code button, which will be used to copy the peer id of login user. So how we are generating the peer id, let me show you. When you initialize this CDN, when you include this CDN, you will be able to use the peer class. So let's go to app component.ts, and here we are using, let me go to ng on unit. We are using peer like this. So we are initializing the peer instance of this peer class, and we are able to access this peer class. So we have created the instance of this peer class, which we can use to fire any kind of events that we have, right? So whenever our application is initialized, it will fire the open event, which can be used to set the peer id of the current user. So let me show you. Unit is the first lifecycle method. So let me log the id, console.log, and if I log the id, I can see it's in it is printing in the console. Let's go back to the console, and if I reload the page, I'm seeing that unique id which is generated by this particular code, right? So I am assigning this particular id to a variable which is current user peer id, so that we can use this current user peer id in our application. Now I am let's go to the app component.html, and we have a function copy invite code. So it is using navigator API. So if you want to learn more about navigator API, you can just refer to the Mozilla docs. So just search as Mozilla docs navigator, and this is the navigator web APIs. You can learn more about this. So we are using the clipboard API of this to copy the peer ID. So just go to the clipboard, and you can see, you can read the text of the clipboard, and you can write the text to the clipboard. So in this our case, I'm going to write the text because I want to copy the current user peer ID. So this is the code for that. Let's go back to our application. So peer ID is generated by that particular code when we are initializing the peer class like this. So when we initialize this, the peer ID will be generated, and before that the open event is fired, and we are setting the current user peer ID. So I hope that's clear. So let's move forward. Then we have an input box in which we are going to enter the remote ID of that particular user that we want to connect with. So for example, if we have two computers, computer A and computer B, if we want to connect with computer B, we are going to paste the peer ID of that particular computer to this text box, and after that we will need to click on call. But before that, we need the permissions. So let me reset all the permissions, and let me reload this page. So now if I am clicking on this open your camera option, it is asking me the permission, like it's want to access my camera and microphone. So how we can achieve this? uh, we can have a method open your camera. Let's search for open your camera. So when we click on this particular button, open camera, we are using a navigator media devices API. You can also learn about media devices API in the developer.mozilla docs. But what we are doing here is we are using media devices, and we are fetching the uh, permission. This particular method get user media is used to fetch the permissions, and we can say it's a code basically which will ask the user for this particular pop-up, and user can give the permissions like camera and microphone. So what we are doing, the get user media basically is a method, and it accept video and audio as a parameter. The video will be the grid, and height and width are the parameters. So we can adjust it accordingly, and by default we are passing true to the audio, so that audio will also be passed when two users connect with each other. And basically get user media will return a promise, so we need to use then, and by using then it will return a media stream object. Now what is media stream? So let me print this in console, current user media stream. So let me go to the Chrome, and if I reload the page again, and if I click on open your camera, and if I click on allow this time, the permission will be given, but I'm not showing the video right. Let's reset the permissions again, and you can see the media stream is here. Let's see. So we are getting the media stream object. So basically if we want to pass the audio and video of computer A to computer B, we need to use media stream. So current user media stream is the, you can say it's an object of media stream class, which will contain the video and audio of the current user. So we have print this, and this is the instance of this media stream class. So now what we are doing here is, if this dot current user video, so let's go back to app component.html, and we have two video grids here. So let me show you. So this video container will display the list of both the users, current user also and the remote user also. So this video tag will display the information of current user, and this video tag will display the information of remote user. So I also have given them the ID like current user video and uh, remote user video, and I have also added some bootstrap classes like call for and call for, and you can customize it definitely. This tag is just for um, it's this tag is just for to display the grid when the user camera is off. So right now if I reload the page, right now an empty video tag is displaying in both the divs. So let's go back to PHP storm, and here we are passing the template reference variable, current user video and remote user video. So what actually current user video template reference variable will do for us, if you are familiar with jQuery and JavaScript, the document.get element by id or and document.get element by class is used to refer to a HTML element, right? So if you want to modify the behavior of any HTML element, we can use those. But in Angular, if you want to do the same, we have a view child decorator. So let's go to the app component.ts, and if I go to current user video, I have created two view child decorators. And first one is current user video and remote user video. So basically these two things are used to take the reference for that those HTML elements, those HTML video elements, we can say. So current user video will refer to this particular variable, and remote user video will refer to a remote user video. So both are of element ref type, so you can use them. Let's go to the current user video. So we have taken the reference of those two video elements so that we can modify the src object of attribute of those two. So let's go to the previous code in which we are assigning the current user media stream that we get from the navigator's API, and we are assigning src object attribute to, and we are assigning this particular value to that video element. So what will happen when we assign this current user media stream to that particular video? Basically right now you are seeing the empty video, but when this code will be executed, we are able to fetch the current user media stream, and this particular section will display the camera of current user. We can say it will display the video and audio of my personal laptop. Okay, so let's go to the PHP storm once again, and this is the open camera method, and I have explained this particular method to you guys. But if you have any question, please ask me for each method if you are stuck somewhere. So let's go to the app component.html again, and let's see. We have explained you copy invite code and the open your camera pixel. Okay, so next thing is regarding the call button. So when we press the call button, we are going to execute this particular call behavior. Okay, so let's search call, and when this call button is pressed, we are calling this particular call method. And what this method is doing, let's see, we are assigning the peer.call. So we are just calling the call method of this dot peer instance so that we can connect with another user. So what we need to do, we need to pass the remote user peer id, which we will get from this particular text box. And second thing is regarding the current user media stream. So we are sending this particular media stream and this particular id to that particular computer B. Okay, so after that, when we call this particular call method of peer class, we will be able to connect with that user. This particular thing is not required because we don't want to send any custom message. But if you want to send some custom messages like the name of the user who is requesting the meeting or requesting the video, you can use this peer.connect. Let me comment this, it's not required. And we will explain this code further, because when we are calling this particular call method, we are just passing two parameters. First one is the remote user peer id, and second thing is current user media stream. After that, it will not execute this code, because when we are calling this call method, it's emitting an event which is call, right? This call event is triggered when we are calling this particular call method of peer class, right? So code will be executed from here right now. So let me explain this code to you. So when this call event is triggered, it is expecting a callback function and it's taking media connection as an argument. So let me go to the documentation also so you can understand the better. We are starting the call by this particular peer.call method. We are passing the remote user ID and the current user media stream. After that, the call event is triggered. So whenever call event is triggered, we just have to use this call dot answer method, and it will take media stream of current user which we are sending from here to here. So we just need to use call dot answer. So let's go to PHP storm, and this is what we are doing. Whenever call event is triggered, we are just using the media connection. It can you can name anything here, and you just need to put the name here. But I'm using media connection, so it will make sense, right? So media connection dot answer is the method which will be used to capture the video of the incoming user, right? So computer A is sending the video to computer B, and we are accepting this that particular video by using this answer method. So we just need to pass this dot current user media stream, and we have to pass this into the answer method. After that, stream event is triggered. This is the third event which will be triggered, and you can also see this in the documentation also. Called out on stream, and then we need to send our the computer B audio video to computer A, right? So now what we are doing same things. We are just using the uh, on method, and it's the first parameter will be the event that is triggered. So event will be triggered, which is stream, and it will take media stream as an example, as a parameter, right? So here we are using the same thing, except except that we are um, let me see this. Yeah, we are using the navigator media devices API, and same thing which we are using to fetch the current user audio video, right? It's similar to that, except one thing. Here we are setting the, let me go back. Yeah, here we are setting the current user video, but uh, here we have to set the remote user video, so that whatever computer A is sending is current user media stream for them, but for computer B it would be remote media stream, right? The second video tag of our HTML file. So this is the remote user video, and we have created the view child reference for this in our app component.ts. So let me show you again. So remote user video, we have taken the reference using view child decorator, so we can modify the properties of this also. So what we are doing, whenever this stream event is triggered, we are just showing the received stream in this particular video tag, right? So that whatever computer B is receiving, we are just showing in this video grid. So I think this thing is also clear to you guys, but if you have question, please ask me in the comment section about this. So next thing is regarding one more thing that I need to explain you regarding why we are using stream event here also. We also need to send the computer B video and audio to computer A so that they can display. So that's why we are using this code again. So we are using the get user media API once again. So this time we are setting the remote media stream, and similar thing that we are doing over here, but this is just for computer A, because the computer B also need to send his video and his audio to computer A. So that's why what we are using here, we are using the same navigator media devices API with, and we are using get user media method, and similar grid that we are creating here, and similarly we are passing the audio is equal to true. And this is also a promise, so it will, this method will return promise, so we need to handle this with then method. And it will also take media stream as a parameter. So media stream is what we are getting from this get user media, and this time we are getting the remote media stream. So we are assigning this particular remote stream to your friend. I mean in this second video option for computer A. So this is how all these things works. I already have created peerjs.txt, so you can also refer to this. So that we have 7 steps. First one is adding the seed into the index.html. You can find it in the documentation. Second thing is we need to create the instance of peer class, and third step is to get the current user media permissions by using navigator API. The fourth step will be calling the user with the remote peer ID that we receive from our second computer, and we need to pass the current user media stream to that. After that, the fifth step will be the listen for the call event and answer the call in ng unit. So this is what we are doing. And the sixth step will be after the receiving the call, stream event will be triggered, and computer A will have to receive the events which are sent by computer B. After that, both the users can see each other screen and each other pictures. So this is all for today. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section. Till then, goodbye and take care. So whenever